After two wild races back-to-back here in the Amsoil ARCA Series of Kansas and Pikes Peak, we return to the channel for the first road course race and the only road course race on the season at Watkins Glen International. What will these drivers have to deal with on a very tricky racetrack for only 8 laps around Watkins Glen? Let's find out right now. What's up everyone, it's your boy Amsoil Racing 97, aka Nathan Stapleton, and welcome everyone to Watkins Glen International, a fantastic road course, and to continue this weird week here on the channel. First is Stafford, which put on a banger. Last night it was the Little Springs race for the West Series, which was a banger, and now we're here at Watkins Glen International for race 6 on the season, the one and only road course race on the year for these guys. And I'm not alone for this one. I'm joined by Andy Miller up here in the booth as McClellan is in the race. Welcome to Watkins Glen.
Hey, good to be back here once again. Yeah, we'll see what Roll 30 car can do. Don't expect much, but from everyone else, I think it is going to be a good showing. Watkins Glen can be a little more predictable, perhaps, especially with this being the boot version, so something a little bit different. But I think that we're going to have a lot of fun, and as always, of course, always joining you in the booth is a lot of fun anyway. So let's get this thing on and see how we go.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a really good one here today at Watkins Glen, and gonna be interesting how these drivers uh, go about it. Go about it here today. It's only 8 laps here, and on a much wider and a much longer road course compared to what we did last night for the West Series. A lot longer and about the same amount of laps. What do you think we will see for these drivers here at the Glen?
Oh boy, I'm gonna stick to the fact that track position is going to be incredibly important. If you're starting in the top five, probably gonna have a shot to win the race. If you're starting lower than that, I can't imagine there's going to be too much to play for there as far as the win. But of course, points, points, points. These guys are going to be doing a lot of point racing to try and see what they can do as far as that championship goes. I think that should be the priority for this one. And then, of course, you have to let the race wins come as they may as we get back to the ovals.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned about trap position and being important and battling for points. Well, here are the points. St. Crawford has a 1 point lead over Carolina Bradley, and Josephine O'Neill is in third, 3 points back. But here's the thing: Bradley and O'Neill start deep in the field outside the top 20 in the last 2 rows. Meanwhile, St. Crawford starts third here today, so Crawford could have a big time opportunity to gain on his competition. Ormond, fourth in points, 13 points behind. Gutierrez and Folkman are both 14 points behind. Evan Book in seventh in points, 15 points behind. Logan Williams in eighth, 17 points back. Tanner Pullen in ninth, 19 points back, and Caleb Rose is in 10th, 24 points back. And unfortunately, some drivers deep in the point standings have had some rough flux, like Lacone Andrew, 21st in points, Roberto Clown Jr. 22nd, Matt Stables 23rd, the only driver to not score a top 10 yet this season, and Sean Munn 24th in the point standings. Have to see what happens here today at Watkins Glen for the only road course race on the season, but it is the last driver in points, Sean Munn, with her first pole on the season in this number 02 machine, and alongside it is the number 10, I believe, the number 10 of Kyler Sutstry, and row number 2 is the 15 of Evan Burke, and the number 1 of St. Crawford. Row number 3 is the 71 of Ronald Kennington, and the 25 of Nico Samudio, who pulled a last lap pass last time at Pikes Peak. And row number 4 is Josh South, and the number, I really don't like the camera angles, the number 17 of Bradley Williams, the Daytona, and then rounding out the top 10 is Reggie Fogelman, and the number 43 of Tanner Pullen. So, the starting grid will be on the side of the screen. And Andrew, real quick, Watkins Glen Wild Racetrack, who will win the Hurdles Forever Good 100?
Well, I mentioned about track position being important, and of course, having the inside lane into turn 1 is going to be a big one. So I'm going to go with this 0-2 to get it done and hold on. We'll see if I can actually get my second ever pick to win a race between commentating with you and Alex.
Here we go, Martin and subscribe. We have green flag racing at Watkins Glen International, one and only road course race of the season for the Hurdles Forever Good 100. Crazy start, 3 wide in the back, or in the middle of the field from Reggie Fogelman, and you can see on this ticker only 8 laps here today. It's gonna be probably about 15-minute race. It's still about 2 minutes a lap, a minute and 45-ish around here. So it's still going to be a little bit, even though it's just the 8-lap race. A great start from Charmon and it's 0-2. She's had a terrible luck this season, last in the point standings, but trying to manage everything that she can. And Zane Crawford winning in 3rd position after taking 4th. And Sam Badillo, we cannot count this man out. He had a rough start to the season in the first 3 or 4 races, but now, after race 5, winning at Pikes Peak, starting to possibly have some momentum here in this series up to 4th, and have to wait and see if how Carolina Bradley and Josephine O'Neill can work their way up to the field, if anything, here today, as they are currently 23rd and 24th after lap number 1.
I know that I mentioned about the points race. I think that that's what they're both going to be needing to do here tonight. Of course, you mentioned Sam Adeo, Mr. Edge, and Legend from Alex's channel there in 4th place. But still side by side here for 2nd. That's pretty impressive there. 10 and 1. Oh, man, look at them. We're driving it hard there.
Good dive bomb in the last corner. Not going to get there. And as always, have to watch out for this final corner as Fogelman into the outside wall. And it goes to 27 Logan Williams. And unable, but they're going to save it. Never mind, they're not. Oh, no.
That looked like an angry move.
We got some short track tempers on a road course here between Aaron Abel and Logan Williams. Boy, oh boy. What a wild lap number 1. Is the number 02 of Sean Martin, lean lap number 1, and then Suswai in 2nd, Crawford in 3rd, and Mr. Edge Samadillo in 4th, Ronald Kennington in 5th, and for Mr. Edge Nicholas Samadillo, he did some edgy moves last week at Pikes Peak, and speaking of edgy moves, here comes Zane Crawford with a pass in the, I guess, kind of a carousel in the boot section, and a great battle once again for the 2nd place spot.
Inside lane here through this tight corner, going to be preferred for the 10, but a great drive off for the 1. So they might stay side by side here. Maybe Sam Adeo going to try to take advantage. Looks like, oh, yep, there he goes. All Toyotas battling there for 2nd through 4th.
Toyota was strong at Pikes Peak, but it is a Chevy up front. Crawford trying to hang on to the third position now from Sam Badillo. Sam Badillo, if he can get back-to-back top 5s, then that could really help him move a lot of ground about halfway through this season. Sam Badillo in 2nd, as into the wall goes the top 2, and now Sam Badillo's going to take advantage of 1 and 2 spots.
Man, that did not seem necessary from the 0-2. We're driving it way too hard.
Boy, oh boy, Watkins Glen, this track is wild, and the good old final corner has striked about 3 times already, maybe 4, and we have a new leader from 3rd to 1st trying to go back to back on the channel. Same deal out front, and nothing else really happened that time in that final corner, as Bradley and Josephine O'Neill still deep in the field, as the 27 and the 2 are 23rd and 24th now. But the top 5 are all under a blanket, seconds wide, but honestly the top 7, top 8 very close to right now. No one's really been able to pull away. As a little bit off track goes to number 10, and again these two are battling for position.
And they cannot get away from each other. Is one I thought was going to push the 10 wide there. Now I will just say I think I just realized what happened to the 02. I picked her to win, so that's what happened.
See what he did, Andrew.
I knew I should have. At some point, I just need to pick myself, just because I know it's not going to happen.
Though Two's had a rough season last in the point standings, and unfortunately a mistake cost her. Still in the running though, in solid second, but has to try to somehow chase down Mr. Edge Sam Badia, who probably won't make too many mistakes in this one, and like perfect final corner right there for that 25. Looking through the field, looks like everyone's gonna be good in this final corner. This time by snaking and weaving down the front stretch. Sam Badia trying to pull away from the field. This is his first full-time season on the channel, and the first 3 or 4 races, he was fast, but had bad luck, whether the car itself or getting involved in somebody else's mess. Pikes Peak was the first real race that he really shown the Mr. Edge that we are used to over on Alex's channel, and he's doing it again, trying to go back-to-back and really trying to get hot in the midway point of the season, and have to wait and see if he can pull this one off on that 4 of 8. And Martin, this standage might be affecting a little bit as Crawford pulling away from the 10 and starting to catch up with this 02 here. And might have a battle for second.
Yeah, I feel like 02 starting to struggle here a little bit, probably with that damage. So if the 1 is going to have any chance of catching the 25, it's probably going to have to make quick work of this 02. Might have a chance here going into this next corner.
Not quite.
Looks in for now. Yep, just going to hold it there.
Watkins Glen, a fantastic road course, and this is why we are making this, I believe, the 3rd to last race of the season for both Cup and Twice in Season 5. Very in to the chase in Season 4. In Season 5. And, of course, everyone saw the announcements and stuff for Season 5 in the Discord, and a lot of stuff gonna be happening for that while the ARCA Series is going on. And speaking of Watkins Glen, here we go. Mr. Edge washed up the racetrack a little bit in that final corner, and now Sean Munn might have a shot. He'll pass halfway in the hose for a good 100.
Well, I don't know if you want to be leading when you come to the last lap. That last corner is just like it's fighting anyone who's in the lead. I mean, granted, he didn't hit the wall, but he went way wide. Oh, this is going to be an interesting move.
A little bit of a switchback from St. Crawford. A little bit of side draft into the corner. And Crawford's going to get it. Crawford, I believe, has 4 top 10s in 5 races. And looking like he's going to get a 5th one. But here we go again, side by side for second. Not over between the 1 and 02.
Contact.
Now it's over. For the time being, maybe not.
That 1 has to hold on here, because he may have enough speed to catch the 25. But we'll see.
And it looks like Crawford's finally going to hold off the 02. These drivers are really racy here today. The 1 and the 10 battle for a while, and the 02 and the 1 battle for this entire lap, pretty much. And now, does anyone have anything for this 25? Crawford, Martin, Sutil? Who knows? Maybe the 25's teammate available and Burt can get lucky here. But top 1 no blinking. Here we go.
Way up the track.
Sam Deal way up the racetrack and battle for the race lead at Watkins Glen.
Someone hit the wall hard. Oh man, that's gonna be close. Oh, over the curb.
Who's gonna get through the S's? Crawford and Sam Deal. Sam Deal's gonna hang on to it for now. I think you're right about someone hitting the final corner, but no one spun around. The top 4 Oh man, this is kind of like what happened at Little Springs last night, but not as, but a little bit more bunched up. Seeing Dio out front, Crawford trying to close this man down. Mr. Edge gonna go a little bit right in the carousel, trying to hold on and get 2 wins back to back on the channel, but he has to hang on from the point leader as Dio's gonna go wide.
Whoa.
And here comes
And
Crawford.
here comes the one.
What is this race, Andrew? Holy cow.
Contact made. Oh my gosh, this is a way better race than I was expecting. Oh, this is fantastic. Got side by side for the lead. I think the one's gonna have the preferred lane here and probably get it. Yeah.
Still side by side. Let's see the boot. And this could get sketchy in that final corner. If they stay side by side, might have to watch out for Sean Munn to possibly take advantage if something happens between these two.
Oh boy, yeah, this might be a bad spot for Samadeo to be in.
Well, maybe not. Oh, a good exit
And
there
one,
from
but
Crawford.
not bad.
Oh, someone just hit the wall in the bat, and that was the 43 of Tanner Pun, and oh boy, the clone about got turned back there by, I believe, the number 10, or the 11, one of the two, fast track cars. And this is fantastic race, and we only have 2 laps to go. You know, who's for a good 100. I still don't know who's gonna get the job done. It could be anyone in the top 5.
Yeah, how about that? The 15 has closed in on this battle after being probably about a second or 2 off of it. So it's not over. Ooh boy.
A little bit of a pass attempt, but pass attempt got blocked by the 10. Side by side back there between Fogelman and Kennington for the 7th spot. The point leader, Zane Crawford, trying to close back in on Samadeo. Might not be able to get a pass done this lap, but trying to set something up for that final lap next time by. These races have been fantastic. The last 3. This one and then Pikes Peak in Kansas. 3 in a row. That's what I love about this ARCA series so far this season. These races are short, but sweet at the same time, with 3 banger races. And we at the line this time by, it will be 1 lap to go, and I think it will be a duel at this point between the top 2 of Samadeo, trying to go 2 in a row, and the point leader trying to get win number 1 of Zane Crawford.
Crawford needs a good corner here. 25. Whoa. Oh, here we go now.
Here we go. Mullen hit the outside wall for the 2nd time today. That time. Final lap at Watkins Glen. Book trying to take 4th away and side by side for the race lead. Crawford and Samadeo through the S's for the final time.
Samadeo might get a better run here, and will, and holds on to it. No idea how. One is still awfully close, but I think that was a crucial set of corners there for Samadeo.
Samadeo trying to go 2 in a row. I don't know if anyone has. I'm pretty sure someone might have had. But if anyone were to make history, it would be Samadeo, new to the channel. But he has to have the point of Zane Crawford. And here's the thing. You cannot count this number 10 of Kyle's Sestri. If something happens between the top 2, he could take advantage of it.
Of course, my pick has fallen back to 4th. I'm so sorry for that. But all right, a couple more corners, and the 25 is doing what he needs to do. But it's going to take one last lunge here from the 1, or maybe in the last corner. That's where all the trouble has been occurring.
Crawford one's wide, trying to get some momentum into this corner. And here we go, only 2 more sets of corners, and they are probably the most wild of them all. Crawford might be losing a little bit of speed here, and this might do it. Can Mr. Edge hang on to it in its final corner? And he is perfect final corner, and Mr. Edge, Nicholas Samadeo is going to go 2 in a row in the Amsoil ARCA Series, a wild race, and we got skid modes. I Oh no, I think that's always been there with the 27. Oh, we're looking at the bat. 69
Oh
of Josh
boy.
South, and watch out for Logan Williams. And Josh South was gonna get a better result than that, but gonna finish dead last now in the 69 machine. Boy, oh boy, what a waste and a half right there from Nicholas Samuel and the entire field. 3 banger races in a row. Kansas, Pikes Peak, and Watkins Glen now. And Sam Deal is gonna go 2 in a row. Barely hanging on to this number 1 of St. Crawford.
If anyone was going to do it, it was Sam Medeo. I mean, was challenged multiple times by a couple of different drivers and was able to hold on to it despite a couple of mistakes, a couple of times running it wide. But we saw that from everybody. Those were just the trouble spots. So nothing really to gawk at there. And a great win for Mr. Edge. He's done it again.
And Sam Deals was starting to rack these wins up. I think the most wins on my channel might be like 8 or 9 or something, and he only has 2. So if he gets enough of these, he could quickly work his way up towards the top of the all-time wins list, and it's just his first season here in this race 97. What a race, though. Sam Badillo had to hold off not 1, not 2, but 3 challengers in this one. And the 02, the 10, and the 1. And what a wild, wild race. I am impressed with what these drivers have done the last 3 races. 3 absolute bangers. And Sam Badillo is going to go 2 in a row. And I would imagine after Pike's Peak, he already gained 8 positions in the point standings. He's probably going to gain a good chunk more after getting a second win on the season. Sustry in 3rd, Martin in 4th, Burke in 5th, great one for him. He was 7th in points, he's going to move up a little bit. Great one finally for Roberto Clown Jr. Going to get 6th in that 18, another good one. Reggie Folkerman's going to get 7th. He was 6th in points, so he's going to move up a little bit. Ronald Killington was 20th in points and going to bounce back up to 8th. And then William and Rose rounded out the top 10. Wild race here at Watkins Glen.
A great one at that. Yeah, turn 4 proven to be, or turn 4, yeah. Final corner, proven to be quite a trouble spot. But we were able to get a great race out of it. A lot of the side by side. I was actually very surprised at just how much side by side there was to this thing. Great race and a lot of fun. Congrats to Sam Medeo on yet another NRW.
Sam Badillo, this man, I knew it was only going to be a matter of time for this guy to start racking these wins up. And it only took 5 races. Now he has won them 2 in a row at this point. And I have to wait and see how things shake out, because race 6 of 14 is kind of a long-ish season, but getting down to the halfway point of season 1, and Sam Badillo back wins, that's going to help in the point standings. And unfortunately, Crawford, fortunately for Crawford, he's going to have a massive point lead. Due to Bradley and O'Neill finishing 18th and 19th, they can't really make up much ground whatsoever, unfortunately. Burke is going to be 19 points back, so Crawford is going to have almost a full race point lead. But then we are going to have a 3-way tie for 3rd with Bradley, Fogelman, and O'Neill 20 points back. Orman's going to be 27 back. Carlin minus 31. Rose minus 33. And San Rodeo, and Rose are going to be tied for 8th, 33 points back. San Rodeo was plus 8 after Pikes Peak and now plus 5. He gained 13 points positions in the last 2 races. San Rodeo might be a contender for this championship now, plus halfway point of the season. A wild one, probably one of the best road course races we've had this year on the channel, and Sam Leo back to back here on the channel and in Amsoil ARCA Series. Next week we will go to Pocono with Snapple Mango Madness 150. Back to some normalcy, kinda at the Cricket Triangle, 20 laps on tap right there. And then after that, on Christmas we will be past halfway of season 1 at none other than Talladega. So it's gonna get good at the halfway point of the season. Thanks for Mel for joining me here for a wild one at Watkins Glen. Congratulations to San Diego for the win, and we will see you guys next week in the Pocono Mountains at the Tricky Triangle. Bye!